Hi, everybody. Gloria Jean here from Women in Pool, and I am honored to have Ayala Soledad. Did I say that properly?
Yeah, it's
Close?
good.
Good, good enough. On the show today, Ayala is a rising billiard player, and I absolutely had to have her on the show. She's she's very, very inspirational. She is very, very passionate about what she does, and I definitely see a future star here.
Thank you.
Um, you're welcome. She wanted to give a shout out to her sponsors, so please, by all means.
My sponsor, Predator, is Andy Clothes and Clothes Shop.
All right. Okay, and we'd like to thank for helping with the stream. I want Simonis, Aramis Premium Balls, Cutest Apparel, Horo Tips, Digital Pool, and a company from Lord George who makes artwork. Uh, Thank you, everybody. So I don't know how familiar you are with Ayala, but I did have Caroline, who's part of Women in Pool, one of our ambassadors, do a very quick video with her. And I wanted her on the show since then. And we finally had a chance where we could meet up and chose today. So I have a bunch of questions that I know you will want answered, everybody. And if you want to put something in the comments,
Yeah,
she'll probably be able to get back to you with an answer. This will be part one of two of our interview. All right, so let's just get here to the meat and potatoes of things. How old, and this is one of the probably the most frequently asked questions, but how old were you when you first started playing?
I was 14 years. The first
Fif-
time when I took a cue. The first time, 14 years.
And did you know as soon as you picked up that cue and hit the first ball that that was it? You loved it.
At that moment, no. It's like it's crazy. Um, I think the first time when I been in love with pool was when I started watching the games. I was in the pool hall all the time, but I never dedicate so much time to watch the game. And when I start watching other players, I say like, I like this game. I need to try it. Um, and in that moment when I was 14, I decided to try it, and it was crazy. It was so crazy how I love it. Um, but it's watching first. If you ask me how I start, first watching. My dad play, um, but I never pay attention of that.
Okay. All right. So you picked up the cue, and most players say, they had a passion for it right away, but yours came a little bit later in time.
Hmm.
Um, and who inspired you?
My dad, really, my dad. And if I think on that, maybe to a friend of my dad too. He play like I don't know how you call like exhibition shot. Like we have a world champion of that. It's not about pool. It like street shots.
What is a trick shot?
Yeah, like I don't know how you.
Artistic pool.
Yeah, artistic pool. That one. My dad has a friend too who play artistic pool. He been world champion, I think, in 2018. Um, my dad, first my dad obviously because he played all his life, and he showed me a lot of different kinds of things in the pool too. And his friend, um, he he believed so much on me. When I were a kid, he usually told my dad like she can be a world champion if she believe on herself. And it's very nice story.
So it was your father's friend who said to your father, I think that she is very talented. She just needs to believe in herself and she's going to go places.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I think that's why my dad believed on me, because I'm the only girl in the family. I have four brothers, and that's why my parents didn't want me to play, because I'm the only girl. But then when his friends start talking with him, like she can be a good player on this, he changed his mind. My dad. I'm talking about my dad.
And then your dad, did you start to beat your dad at any point?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy because he usually likes so much to watch me playing, but he never tries so much play with me. I don't know why, but my dad was old, and I don't know, he didn't want to do so much. Maybe for fun, yes, we play together, but in tournaments, I think I never played with my dad in tournaments, and he played, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Um, now I just want to go back a little bit. You're you're Ar you're from Argentina?
Yeah, I'm from Argentina, and I live in Argentina too.
Okay. And where are you living right now? What?
Oh, I'm from Buenos Aires, but I usually travel from Corrientes. Corrientes is other province from here, from Argentina. Is, I don't know, 7 hours or 8 hours driving from here. I usually be there or here in Buenos Aires because I have so much tournaments, and I need to travel so much. That's why the table where I practice is here in Buenos Aires. I don't have a table there in Corrientes.
Ah, okay. Okay. And when you play, how many nights a week do you practice or do you play in tournaments?
Um, I usually I usually try to practice around 6 hours on the day. Yeah, it's so much. But now I have a problem with my hand. That's why I'm trying to practice a little, no more like 3 hours, something like that per day. And here in Buenos Aires, in Argentina, you have so much tournament, but for the top level, um, it's not a lot. I travel so much to other countries for play, like WPBA tournaments or World Champions or Ball maybe. Outside, I think the tournament for women's grows so much. Yeah, I think in the year we have a lot of tournament, and this year we have the World Games.
Now you're talking about in Argentina?
No, 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 no. In Argentina we have a
Oh,
lot of tournaments here in Argentina, but not for the master. Here you play tournaments. It depends on which level you are. And for the top players, you don't have so much tournament for us. Maybe
and
one tournament in the month or something like that.
so one time a month they have
Yeah.
tournaments there in Argentina. And you play all tournaments, open, you don't
I,
care
yeah,
what they are,
I
anything.
usually try to play, but uh, if I have a tournament outside of Argentina, in other country, I prefer to play that kind of tournament than the tournament here in Argentina. It's better for me. The level is. I can't say nothing from the play from here, Argentina. They have a really good level, but for me, it's more important. Now, it's more important for play with the top level of women in the world.
Yeah, yeah. we're going to talk a little bit more about the tournaments,
Yeah.
about family, and about what you think keys to success, especially your success, uh, are, and to help other people. So, Ayala, this is part number one of part two. Come back and stay tuned for part number two. All right, everybody. And this will be released. Part two will probably be released in about maybe 3 or 4 days after part one. So I want to thank you, Ayala, for
Thank
joining us. And we'll be back again soon. Stay tuned, everybody, because what you're going to hear coming up is the heart and soul of Ayala.
Okay.